All right. Good morning. My name is David Flores. I'm a commercial real estate investor based in Houston. I've been in the business 20 years and done 2 billion in transactions during that time. Welcome to the podcast called Diamonds in the Rough. Today, our esteemed guest is Bishale Patel. Bishale, appreciate you being here. Give us a little background on what you do.
Yeah, hi, David. Yeah, thanks for having me. So I'm a commercial real estate broker that specializes in multifamily, and I've been brokering multifamily in Houston since 1997, so close to 23 years. I've been with the same firm, Houston Income Properties, since 1998, so 22 years. And our firm basically specializes in the brokerage of mostly B and C apartments. We do some Class A here and there, but we primarily focus on B and C grade apartments. I'd say the majority of our deals are in the greater Houston area, but we also have an office in Austin. So we do transactions in Central Texas, and also have done quite a bit in Dallas, Fort Worth, and the surrounding, submarkets of those major cities.
Great, great. Appreciate that intro. You and I have known each other a long time, and I know you to be one of the best in the business. Just to get started, real quick, how did you get into commercial real estate back in 1997?
Well, I had no money, and I asked myself a question: how do I make money if I don't have any money? And I came to the conclusion that if I can earn a commission on other people's transactions, that's how I would earn money. And so I asked my parents, my mother, if she would give me the money to take real estate courses to get my license. I completed that pretty fast and was going to get into selling houses. And my mother was the one who said, no, get into commercial. She's like, if you're going to do it, go into commercial. And then my father, who knew another broker that he had done business with, my father called that broker up and said, my son wants to get into commercial real estate. Can you help him? He's like, well, when can he come and see me? And my dad said, he'll be there in 20 minutes. So I was there, and he hired me, and that got my foot in the door. And then I did my first transaction in 97 or 98, selling a old historic high-rise building in downtown when the ballpark, Minute Maid Stadium, was announced to be constructed. And I made friends with the purchaser of that deal, and he put me in touch with Jim Hurd, who's the owner of Houston Income Properties, and the rest is basically history. So
That's
that's how it
great.
started.
That's
Yeah.
great. And you've gone on to have a very distinguished and profitable career for yourself. So that's a great story. We're in interesting times right now, Bishale, as you know. Give us a little background what you see in the market right now.
I see right now that we are in the early stages of a correction. Um, People are unsure as to where this is headed right now, but it's not just the coronavirus issue, it's the price of oil, which the other day was trading at negative 35 or $37 a barrel. So those that have been in the real estate game in Houston for a while, that's very concerning to them. So where I think we are today, we're in the early stages of a correction. How low will the values go? Nobody knows. But I think we're going to see the results of what's happening today 4 to 6 months down the road, because it takes some time in our industry for things to go through the process. So like, in the stock market, it's so immediate, but in the real estate market, there's a lag. So in essence, I feel like we've transferred from a seller's market to a buyer's market very fast. Those who want to sell should consider doing it now versus later, because there's going to be more and more sellers entering the market over the next few weeks and months. And as that happens, when there's more supply compared to demand of properties for sale, the prices will fall even more, in my opinion. So if you're a seller, you may want to price your property correctly today, and be one of the first people to sell, rather than getting in in the market 4 to 6 months from now, when there's 20 other sellers that have a similar type property, and the buyers can pick and choose what's the best deal. So that's what I think, where I think we are in the market right now.
Great. Appreciate that. And so where do you think we'll shake out maybe towards the end of this year, beginning of 2021?
Well, right now, I think if you want to sell a property, your price needs to be discounted probably more than 10% of where it was prior to the correction occurring. What I'm hearing is deals that are discounted 15 to 20% from the peak of the values a few months ago is getting the interest of buyers. I think 4 to 6 months from now, we're likely going to see values possibly lower than that, given the various things that are going on in the market right now. It's going to take time for people to get back to work, people to get caught up on bills. Just getting the machine started back up again is going to take time. And those who are highly leveraged, who don't have money saved for rainy days like this, with insurance going up, taxes going up, cash flow is diminishing. And if you don't have the wherewithal to hang in there until things come back, you may even see properties go back to the lender. So I feel like today you need to, if you're a true seller, your price needs to be discounted more than 10%, in my opinion. There are always unusual cases. I'm just giving you a general idea. And I feel like 4 to 6 months from now, it's going to be probably even more of a buyer's market with prices lower, discounted even more than the minimum 10%. That's where I see things going, towards by the end of this year.
Great.
Especially if oil stays low,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, it's going to have a big impact on Houston.
Sure. Well, that's great. Amazing insight, Bishale, this morning on where we are now and where we may be in 6 to 9 months. So appreciate your expertise and your knowledge. And the way I like to say it, we all know it's a rough world out there in the commercial real estate business. So
Mm-hmm.
Bishale, I just want to let you know that I think you're a diamond in the rough.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Thanks,
but have a good
David.
one.
You too. See
Thanks.
ya.
Bye-bye.